Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do Leetcode daily challenge. Find players with 0 or 1 loss. So let us first read this question, then about constraint, and then finally the coding part for the same. So you are given an integer array matches where matches of I represents winner I and loser I, indicates that the player winner I defeated the player loser in a match. Return a list of answer of size 2 where answer 0 is a list of all players that have not lost any matches and answer 1 is a list of players that have lost exactly one match. The values in the two lists should be returned in increasing order and you should only consider the player that have played at least one match. The test cases will be generated such that no two matches will have the same outcome. So basically, in this question, we are required to return a vector if we say in terms of C++, then we are required to return a 2D vector in which the first vector would be representing all the players that have not lost any matches. And the second vector will be representing list of all the players that have lost exactly one match. So basically, in this first we are going to return all the players which are winners and the second one we are required to return all the players which have lost only one match. So this is the thing which we are required to do and that also we are required to return in lexicographical order. So in that context how we can do is we can simply use the hashing method and in that context we can store all of these players with their lost count and accordingly we can go ahead and return these list. So if we see this first example 1 3 means this all here if we see this one is winner and if we need to check that if one has occurred anywhere in the loser list it was not right, so one has won at least one match, so that's why we will be putting that in our list 1. Then if we see 2, can we see 2 in any of the loser list? No, we can't. So that is also one of the winner. Then if we check for 3, so 3 is already a loser in 2 matches. Then if we check for 5, 5 is winner 2 time, but it is a loser 1 time as well. Then if we check for 4, so 4 is winner twice, 4 is loser also. And then if we check for 10, 10 has won twice but 10 is not a loser, right? So that's why now 1 2 and 10 would be returned as those players which hasn't lost any matches. Now comes the part for the one who has lost at least one match. So at least one match simply refers to that that particular person has been loser 1 or 2 times or more than that. That would be the thing. So here if we see 3 is the one which has lost two matches. But here, 1 minute, is a list of all players that are lost exactly. Okay, it is exactly one match. So that's why at most that should have lost one match. So in that context, if we see for 3, so 3 has already lost two matches, so we can't consider this. So 6 has lost two matches, again we can't consider this. 7 has lost only one match, so we need to consider 7. Then 5 has lost only one match, so again 5 we can consider 5. Then about 8, 8 has lost only one match, so we can consider this. 9, we can see it has occurred two times. 4, only one. So that's why 4, 5, 7 and 9, 7 and 8 we can consider. And that's how it is in our list. So this is a thing which we are required to check by using some space. We can do the same. And that is how we will be doing today's question. But we need to write our code in such a manner that this particular condition is also satisfied. So now I hope you have got a fair idea that how you are required to do this particular code and also its constraints are up to 10 raised to the power 5. So in that context, we can't go ahead with n square solution, but order of n or order of log n would work easily. So according to that, you are required to do your solution. So now either you can pause the video and solve by your own, or you can resume and check that how we are required to code the same. So now here how I have done is I have taken three unordered sets in which I will be storing 0 loss, 1 loss and more losses. Basically all those players who have lost either 0 time or 1 time or more times. So here I will be picking out each match, and in that match of 0 is winner as per the question and match of 1 is a loser as per the question, right? So that how we are taking winner and loser. Now here I will be first checking that if that particular winner which is there, is that particular winner in 1 loss or in more loss. If that particular person is not there, then I will be adding that particular into 0 loss. So that would be the thing. Now the next thing is after adding this particular in the 0 loss, I again need to check that was that person already there in the 0 loss. If that person is already there in the 0 loss, then in that context I'll erase that particular person from the 0 loss and add that person into the my 1 loss. That particular person has already this particular this loser which is there. So I'll check that if that loser is already there in 0 loss, so again it got as a loser, right? So now that particular person need to be added in 1 loss. That is the thing. If that is also not the scenario, then I need to check that is that person in the 1 loss, because now again it got its tag as a loser there. So that's why we need to now add it into more loss because it has lost the match twice. Now comes the part that if that person is already in more loss, right? So we will just continue, else we will add that loser into 1 loss because this is the first time it is losing. That's why we are required to add this. And all these condition, why I have kept all these condition, just because of this fact which is mentioned here, that you should only consider the player that have played at least one match. So I'm considering all the possible cases so that I can check that that particular person has played at least one match. And here also if we are not getting that, also simply refer that it has played at least one match. And here 0 loss is also required just to get the winner also, and even for the fact that it has played the match. Now after doing all these things, we will get a set of 0 losses and 1 losses, and now we need to deal with that. So this is how we will be returning our final answer, where the size of our vector would be 2. And now here we will be assigning all the uh, members which are there in 0 losses, that is the winner list, and here we will be assigning all those which are in 1 loss. So now after that we will be sorting as per the our first vector and sorting as per our the second vector, and then at the end we will be returning our answer. So basically we see the time complexity of this particular, here only we check that we are sorting this, right? So here only it becomes order of log n, and before that we were just iterating it to the same, that is already order of n. So that's why the overall time complexity becomes order of n plus n log n. To precise, then it becomes order of n log n. And the space complexity, as we are already using these sets, so at max it can have n elements, so that's why it is order of n. And here if we check for the time complexity of this, so it is already order of 2 only. So not time complexity, space complexity, and at max it can go up to n elements only. So that's why overall space complexity is also order of n. So this was all for this particular question. If you have any doubt, you could comment that down. And if you really like the explanation, you can like, subscribe, and share this video among your friends. So this was all. Thank you.